Alrighty. Well, let's see what we can get through. Um, if either if Harrison, I guess, manages to show up, then we just pop him in with whatever we're doing. Um, I guess last time on Icewind Dale, I'll just run us through it. You guys pretty much came back, deciding to leave the realm, of your friend Jinglong, High Heaven of Myriad Doorways. After kind of just a little bit of stopping by with some of the craftsmen and talking to your new friend Cien, you guys left and made it back to the icy, the frigid embrace of the Icewind Dale. Um, you started heading back towards Easthaven, deciding to basically take the same path that you had used to go to the portal to this other realm, and found that the trek was pretty much just as easy as getting to the portal, at least at first. And you managed to walk your way into kind of what seemed to be a small gathering of Auril's minions. Definitely some ice mephits and I believe it was, yeah, frost trolls, ice trolls, I believe they're called. Thankfully, I believe it was due to Kara's perception. You guys had kind of had heads up that those things were coming, and managed to fight off not only one but two ice trolls without too much issue. Before finally finding a good place to rest for the night and getting yourself all gussied up for the next day. On that next day, once you had traveled for, I think it was probably like 7 hours or so, you did find yourselves walking into a blizzard. This blizzard seemed pretty massive in scale, according to Kara's keen eyes, with her natural kind of predisposition to be able to check weather and things like that, like she's done in the past for you. Um, and she kind of said that this blizzard is likely encompassing a lot of the Icewind Dale. As you continued forward, it seemed to definitely be the case, until eventually you came across even more of Auril's minions. Something like another scouting party of ice mephits were hanging from trees, and once they kind of had, and there was also, I believe, a yeti that was trying to hide, but again, Kara's keen eyes helped determine that it was there, even with the blizzard conditions. Um, some of the ice mephits did fly off, and again, some more of Arl's minions did come and try and help the Yeti as it bore down upon the party. And you guys managed to fight off as well another couple of cold light walkers, which you've experienced before. And so I would say, as a whole, the group probably is able to kind of insight that these things are definitely looking for you. The fact that these mephits keep flying off to call for more troops would let you know that these things are definitely trying to either seek or stop you or something to that effect. Um, After that encounter, though, you did decide to continue another ways on, and you basically came to a long rest at the second purple circle, near the forest of trees, a little ways outside that kind of black circle around the Ten Towns. If you guys remember what that's for, that's up to you. But otherwise, yeah, that's where we technically find ourselves, is coming to the morning after that long rest. And I believe that is 6 a.m. is when you guys would be awaking.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That means we get Morning Lord
that would be
blessing.
correct. Yes, sir.
Actually, yeah,
As
that's a great point.
hmm So, yeah, everything nice and reset. But besides that, I don't really know what the plan is in terms of going forward. So, you guys want to just stick to the same path? Are you planning on trying to, um, you know, change it up a little? What are you going to do when you get to
Um,
Easthaven?
I mean, honestly, the route that we took was the most efficient way in and out of where we were going anyway.
Mhm.
So I would say follow the route back.
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely.
and what town were we headed to
East Haven.
in
I believe,
particular?
yeah.
Okay, so we're going to Mallow's brother, the Fetty Curse.
Well, one of them. But we're going there because we have to pick up Valine because she insisted on coming with us to the city.
Right.
And, I still have the book and the orb, so we could technically just say fuck all this and keep going north to the city, but
I wasn't
Karen made
sure
a promise she's going to try to keep it.
we should Should we find Mallow's sister first? Can't think of her name off the top of my head. Ear
Can
Stealer.
we find her? Is that
Serena?
we know where she is.
She was the purple one.
She was the purple one, but she came with us over to Easthaven, and before we departed, we sent her to Bryn Shander to try to maintain at least some neutrality amongst the people there so that they didn't get completely overwhelmed by bullshit.
Okay.
I believe it was also mentioned to kind of help you guys in the sense of, have some sort of groundwork
Counter
for
rumor.
what was going on in the city.
Right.
Like,
I
someone
remember
could
that.
to inform you and all that as well. Yeah. So, yeah, she's definitely over there, as far as you're aware.
I mean, even if we were to find her, though, she's more than likely to remain neutral unless absolutely necessary, right?
Like someone threatens her baby daddy.
Yeah, define remain neutral, because I think she already kind of showed, at least in Lonelywood, quite a willingness to murder the troops of the Hex. So,
I guess so. I just
I mean,
She's
while
neutral
some
in
of us
oral
may
sense.
not see her as an ally, she sees us as some at least.
I
Especially
guess it was
Lefe.
more towards the notion that she, well, she is more than willing to, lend us aid and like help us essentially dismantle her like former organization.
Yes.
There are still enough hex forces out there that if she sort of plays her hand too freely, she's also going to become a target. And that's a little something that, well, she's capable. She's more than likely not going to be able to handle that in force. At least I had that notion.
She's already a target.
I know she's already a target. What I mean is like, if she gets involved, that she's going to be a little bit more actively hunted than she already is.
I mean, there's
I
also
don't
the
think so.
degree we don't know how hunted she even is in the first place.
Very hunted.
I mean, I'd imagine if you live that kind of organization, you do so in a casket. So,
I
but
would assume
we
the
can
Hex
absolutely
is
try.
definitely looking for her.
We
Like,
can absolutely try.
really looking for her. Especially since he knows
He
what
knows
happened.
she's alive and what happened because he fucking mind fucked Mallow to get that answer. But
Right.
no, just I think she is more suited to being unnoticed than we give her credit for.
That is true. That is true.
I
Either
wouldn't worry
way,
about her.
even if we decide to go that way, our closest point of contact is still Easthaven. That's where we got to end
Yeah.
up.
All right. Just remember, Fetid Curse had the binding bands that fucked you up. Just
I'm aware.
I feel like he is distinctly aware.
You don't know what the state of my notes look like in regards to that night.
never again. I want to go to Easthaven because I want to kill the Fetid Curse now.
Hey, maybe.
Look, Kara does have a hit list, and there are certain people on it. Some have been scratched in, some have been circled a couple of times, some are written in blood. But there's a priority list.
All right, Easthaven.
She's made
Help
a
people,
snuff
kill a
film in
god,
fanfiction
kill
form.
next person on the list. And whoever's the next person on the list is kind of a three-way tie.
Just 3 names written on one line. That's it. That's the whole list.
I
Kill
like that a lot.
next people online. Next person online.
Mm-hmm.
Just doesn't go to a second line.
Oh no,
No.
there's a
Keeps adding
fourth.
names to the first
There's a
line.
fourth
Right.
person on the list. There is a category number 4.
You know,
Is it Ravnus?
I'm just waiting
I was
for
gonna say
Kara
no,
to go
yeah.
full Deus Volt on everyone.
I mean, technically, she tries. Usually, it's to some degree the party that
Well,
either changes her mind
I
or.
guess more to the effect of at this point she's sort of already still in preparation. You know, the whole power trip is still cooking.
Mm-hmm.
I've already said it once to the group in the come to Jesus moment where it's like, you're all idiots, but you're my idiots.
I chose you, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I must have been thinking something at the time. So
Yeah, exactly. I don't have those memories, but I will trust in me.
Personality-wise, yeah, she probably could have picked better, but skill-wise, you guys do what you do.
Oh God. All right. So I guess the consensus though is continue the orange line.
Yes.
It's gonna be a
Yeah, I guess
Easthaven
so.
Christmas.
Okay. So I believe we did
So
this
long as
last
it's not
time.
actual Easthaven
I'm gonna
Christmas,
do it
then okay,
again.
we're good.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be Christmas in Staven.
So 15 feet is about 10 miles, right? If we look, I believe I did this earlier. This should be about, 10 feet. So we're gonna say 7 miles or so, which we know that you guys can travel in about 14 hours, half a mile an hour with your snowshoes. So I'm going to say you can reach the Redwaters, the kind of frozen lake,
The lake.
within a day's travel. That's not going to be too much issue. You'll probably want to start finding shelter by that point. I do want to ask, you guys last were traveling with the rope that was tied around you all, 10 feet apart from each other. Is that something you plan to continue? I'm going to assume that you at least untied yourselves for the long rest so that you guys could sleep and do all that. But do you think you're going to continue that? Are you going to change it up? I mean, the blizzard is still just as raging in the morning. Visibility is just as bad. It's all that same
It is
jazz.
probably for the best in the sense of travel to remain tethered so that if
Agree.
someone does get separated, we can at least drag the body.
Part of me would even argue that unless there's some mechanical reason we wouldn't, that we'd sleep with the rope in case one of us gets yoinked in the middle of the night.
Oh, hey, that's up to you guys. You know what? That was my assumption, and it could be totally my bad.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I mean, I just that's just how I figured it. I don't know
No,
what
totally
the
fair.
consensus is here, but
It's gonna take quite a few people to yoink yourself or myself.
That is true.
considering she has a rock, I don't think that's all that hard.
Yeah, and I mean that's probably a good thing, much
I
to
guess.
the point. So, but yeah.
She just grabs one of us with her rock, and we all go, and she's like, "Oh, that's easier than I thought."
Well, I mean,
Oh God.
as the only person that can fly, I could just cut myself free and be like, "So long, bitches."
Meanwhile, you're in the lead, so if you're at the top,
That's if I get
you-
grabbed first.
Yeah.
everyone else.
Meanwhile, I just meteor down to the ground, just full
Can
crater.
the rope even support the weight of Pluzak
Pluzak
and
and
Mace at the
Mace.
same time?
Listen, Leif is a very good knot tire.
He didn't tie the knot. I did.
Yeah. Leif just takes care of the rope. For some reason, it's always oiled. You guys are like, why? How?
So what do you think he uses all the fish for?
Yeah, oh God. There it is.
The true reason behind the fish.
Yeah.
Their utility.
Every night, you guys hear this like slapping noise coming from over in Leif's direction. You go, Leif, God damn it! Would you put the fish and the rope away?
Stop gutting the fish.
Not again.
Oh,
All
man.
right. So what do you need for shelter?
I'm last.
At this point, I'm gonna say, just give
Survival.
me a survival check. We'll do group survival check to see, how the travel goes, and all that.
13 for me.
Let me go.
Boom. 21.
Survival from Mallow. Survival
Survival.
from Leif. Ooh. Okay.
Nope.
All right. So the gnat and the gnat will both cancel each other out.
Yeah, that's
cancel it,
impressive.
yeah.
Okay, so essentially, you guys are still doing fine. Because Kara is, she's keeping an eye out more on your trail than she is, the shelter and weather and things. But Pluzak has, as he's kind of proven throughout the entirety of this trip back, actually picking up the slack pretty well. He's managing to keep the group focused and together, and keeping an eye on more immediate issues. You would notice in this instance, Leif as well seems to actually be taking kind of a pretty hefty kind of note from Pluzak, and he's kind of looking at what Pluzak's doing and then copying it and really doing a grand-ass job, while Mace over in his little bundle of rope is currently trying to continue to like scrape the ice off of his eyes, and it's just not working very well. Without that cold resistance, you really are just a little screwed on that front. And then Mallow as well is, maybe about the same as Kara, just helping to do what he can, and you guys trudge along just fine. I will tell you, once you reach the lake, you would come across, a nice little forest that is about river, that is lakeside. All of the water is, frozen, I think Kara, you would know that just from being in the Icewind Dale and knowing the areas, but realistically, um, you just this is the area that you come across near that lake, and you think, I don't know, might be worth something.
All right. Where do you want us to be on the map?
You would technically be coming from the south. You can put yourself in anywhere south or at the edges along that side, whatever works for you guys. Do we want to try and use the same order of people in the rope from before? I can actually look it up quick.
If my memory serves correct, it was me, Mace, Mallow, Leif, and Pluzak in that order.
It was Kara, Mace, Mallow, Leif, Bluzak. In that order.
In that order.
Yeah. Okay, so Kara, Mace.
Woohoo! Recall.
Yeah, that was indeed a good
Total.
one. Mallow, Leif,
I wasn't a fan of the remake as much as I was the first one.
Very true.
and then for which?
Total Recall.
Mm.
Like the remake wasn't terrible, but they completely destroyed the premise of it.
Okay, Kara, Mace, Mallow, Leif, Bluzak.
Are we still only doing 10 feet? Or are we gonna?
You guys had a whole journey, so if you believe that that's something you would have discussed and you want to change right now, we can absolutely do that. But whatever you determine it to be at this moment is what it's going to be on this board. So
I'll opt for maintaining 10 feet, but based on previous experiences, I'd suggest that if we find ourselves in a localized predicament, we just sort of untie ourselves. Yeah.
Okay, so not gonna lie, that whole fight, we all just as a group decided we were gonna stick with our own handicap. So
yeah,
Yeah, no,
played this-
absolutely. I mean, at the time, it felt like a reasonable, non-issue, I guess. I think, though, seeing as we find ourselves in, potentially hostile territory, it's just better not to take any chances.
all right. Then in that case, yeah, we stay tethered for the time being.
Nice. So when the sea monster breaks through the ice and grabs the first person, and we all go.
Yeah, he doesn't just spaghetti us.
Yeah.
cut the rope!
I
Cut the
mean-
rope! Cut the rope!
Don't worry, I'm fast with a knife. I can telekinetically cut the the rope before you guys get dragged in with me.
I think Leif will cut your neck before that happens.
Okay, and I'm gonna do.
I mean, it still works out for me either way.
That's true, actually. So,
All right, so sticking to 10 feet, it sounds like, which is totally fine. I'll let you guys move kind of as a group still. I can drag you all if you'd want, but
yeah, let's just
for the
move
most
together,
part.
bundled up.
All right, so
Hey.
I'm gonna ask, I guess, ultimately, Kara, where do you want to try and end up? I'm assuming you're gonna look around and do your usual Kara stuff, just where you want to.
I mean, eventually I'm going to end up a distance from the shore, and this is a perfect landmark to keep going towards town because this lake goes and feeds directly into a river, which then feeds into Easthaven.
Yep. Okay. So
So
I'm gonna pop you
following
guys up to
the
about,
water
well,
line.
actually, Kara was. That was, I think, where your dot was, right?
yeah, close
Okay.
enough.
If you guys want to rearrange, feel free. It's totally fine.
No.
I'm going to, as you come up to this point, I will ask. I guess. Yeah, just give me a perception check. We'll do active perceptions from anyone who wants to.
I hear the heartbeat of the water.
Yeah. Okay.
Yikes.
So. So Kara.
Who's that? Perception.
Yes. Let us see. Let us see. Oh yeah, I'm assuming everyone will probably want to.
Nice.
So we'll
Get
just
that
do
shit
Mallow
roll
and
out of
Leif
the
as
way.
well. You guys will all be looking around as you wander forward. Okay. Okay, cool. So Pluzak, Mallow, you guys don't see much, especially through the blizzard. Oh, I should have had you do those at disadvantage. Just do me one more, Kara. I just want to see what your disadvantage roll
Oh,
would be.
disadvantage? Okay.
Yeah, because of the
mine
blizzard.
can't get lower. Is that what you're saying?
If you want to do it again, I want to see what hers is. Yeah. Yours is already bad enough that if there's anything
My
lower
low
than
ball
from
is a
that-
20.
Yeah, you're still good. I want to see Leif's again.
So 20 instead of 27.
I don't know why I double rolled, but I got the same number. So, all right, so Leif's is a 14, Mallow's an 11, Pluzak's an 8. Okay, so with a 20, you still have plenty of ability to tell Kara. Most of the trees in the area are covered with the sort of icicles that make you very wary, as you've seen them transform into ice mephits before. And you definitely can, it's very difficult to hear at a distance over the blizzard, but it's one of those situations that has you thinking, like, you almost think you hear something in the wind, but you don't think it's close. You can't tell.
Kara would voice her concerns and point out that the icicles remind her of all the mephits they've encountered so far, and that she just has an inkling that they are not alone.
Yeah. So you're gonna just yell that into the wind, basically.
I mean, I could step closer to the group and broadcast that to the vast majority of them without having to shout.
Okay. Which way you want to do it?
So I could get to here and basically tell Leif, Mallow, and Mace what's up, and then Mace can, fucking names. Leif can pull the rope and pull or call Pluzak a little closer and do the same.
Okay. All right.
So
But
we
we're
can
not
spread the
shouting
message.
this?
No, we're not screaming it to the wind.
We're just telephoning it.
Yike.
Maze is going to try to see these icicles you're talking about.
All right. So roll a perception check for me, Mace. Disadvantage. And at this point,
Ooh.
Kara, you would very much notice at about 10 feet would be
Nope.
5, 10. So, oop. Ignore that.
See, I'm still frozen over.
So I guess it would be technically at this point you would feel
How did
movement
you
coming
do
from the
that?
nearby tree. Mace's eyes are still completely frozen over.
That's 2 crit failures.
At least
On
he's
the
getting them
same
out.
skill.
Yeah.
And this is how I feel anytime I have to roll investigation as Cameron.
There you go.
I love it. You are literally like just blinded by the ice right now.
Yeah.
The GIF is way more perfect than it should be because I imagine that's exactly what Mace is doing.
Yeah.
But the problem is he also doesn't actually have breath, right? So like,
Yeah.
what are you actually defrosting with?
I will look to Chance, break the ice off his face.
Chance has also got like ice covering his jewel at this point because
Yeah.
double perception failure.
Basically.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh,
He's like,
God.
what? I can't hear you now.
Yeah. Actually, so Kara, so 10 feet would be from there. So at about that point, you would feel the movement as something is coming towards you. I will let you have a choice of doing one thing to respond, but I will tell you this thing seems to just be floating in the air about 10 feet up, looking over at you.
It's just looking at me. It hasn't done anything else.
Not currently. What would be your first reaction? Is I think what I want to ask for.
I guess I assume hostility with most of the methods, because with the exception of the one that we just decided to eradicate on the island,
Mm-hmm.
they've always attacked first.
Okay.
But in this particular case, if it thinks that we're not aware of its presence, I would ready an attack, and if it moved 5 feet closer, I would strike.
Chances
Okay.
are it's just gonna fly away like the others, right?
Okay.
I'm playing a 50-50 card here. If it gets closer, it still gets blitzed. If it feigns ignorance or is actually oblivious of us, then it gets to live, and I can satisfy the requirement if I didn't murder hobo every day.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I want everyone to roll me initiative at this point. It's not necessarily that this thing is attacking you. I am basically having it where what happened just now was sort of a surprise round. Kara had the perception that she could see this thing, no one else did. So that was your response with that. It came up to you. It has something that it's doing. You have something you prepared. So now we'll start in on what the whole team can do in that order. You know what I mean? I do need initiative from Mallow, and I do need initiative from Leif.
Oh, there it is. Why does he keep rolling twice?
Because
Or
he's
is that
rolling
each-
for
That's
two
Mallow,
characters.
Mallow and then Leif there. Yeah. The only one that was a
Okay.
double roll was the double perception for teens was somehow a missing.
I was
miss
thinking
double.
you were using them, their character sheets, but that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I'm doing it on this one.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah,
close
they usually roll live to you guys, so I'm gonna do the shame for all their rolls same way. So Leif is 21, Mace 6. Is that really, dude? How I don't. What is going on? I
What?
gave this guy a weapon of warning half a campaign ago. He still can't roll higher than a 6 on initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I love it. 13, and then Pluzak.
Wait, did he roll an initiative of 2 and somehow has a 21? What the fuck?
What are you talking about?
No, he rolled a 19 plus 2.
Oh, okay. I just numbers. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, absolutely. So, at this point, it would be technically Leif's turn as first in the order, but hold on. Did I just screw something up? I did. I have to redo Pluzak's. Before Leif makes a move, you guys would all hear in common cackling, or crackling, I should say, from this ice mephit. Cease! No attack! And Leif, I think, as first up, would look kind of over towards you, Kara, and just ask, like, what are we doing?
Soup's called.
And he's just gonna like raise his greatsword, I guess, and wait for now. And I'll have him
In
put
fact, we can determine state of mind on the condition
of soup.
of soup, but you know what? It's a language at this point.
I'll still have him put an echo out next to himself with like a laser rifle raised. Just waiting. Next up, it would be you, Pluzak. What are you thinking?
In Aquin,
Mhm.
I would reply back and say, wise choice of words, as long as you follow through as well.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So it would look over at you, and Inokwen would reply, yes, no attack. Talk. Or actually, I guess because it's more of a native language, it would be more fluent. I wish to speak. I think that makes more sense.
You are speaking.
To everyone. I will explain momentarily as long as you do not wish to fight.
How many moments?
I guess it would answer... That depends upon your response. But it will still kind of look out toward the group at that point, like trying to, I guess, explain it wishes to talk to everyone, not just Inokwen.
I'll turn to the group and say, in common, it looks like we have another potential friend. He wants to talk to us as long as we don't attack. I am assuming he is going to show us something, or something else is going to arrive, as he said, to wait.
It seems to be like just nodding. It's not able to move its head too much without the ice.
It's just
of
cantilevering
its
its
neck, like,
entire body in the
snapping,
yes
yeah,
and no position.
exactly. So
Yeah.
it's exactly what it's doing. It's like moving its whole body up and down in the air.
Who's next in initiative?
Okay. Yep. It
What
would be.
say we?
Yeah, I think Pluzak's still up technically. So,
Okay.
do you guys want to answer him?
If so long as he doesn't act aggressively, he's got nothing to worry about from me.
I don't think aggression is the issue usually.
It's the same warning I give every creature that attempts to attack us. Once they strike, all bets are off.
So, in Aquin, I would say back, just keep your distance and no sudden movement.
It continues to do the same nod as before, but yeah, absolutely. Anything else?
I'm good.
Action-wise? Okay. So Mallow at that point would kind of raise his comma and chain and all that. But he understands kind of the conversation and is just preparing an action to attack this thing if it does try and come closer and hurt any of you. Kara, it does technically make it your turn proper at this point. Do you want to just continue holding the same action, or?
I will remove myself from the rope,
Okay.
and I will just step to here.
Okay. It eyes you kind
And
of wary, but it doesn't seem to care. So.
oh, if we're being technical, I didn't move closer to it. I moved
Yeah.
away from it.
Right. That's why it's just eyeing you. That's all. It's still sees you. In a worrisome light. So, but
Oh,
yeah.
and Kara will, she's got her spear out and at the ready, but she'll kind of fold it back and just kind of cross her arms with the spear. So she's not in a ready to attack position, but she didn't let go of her weapon.
Okay. So no held action, or do you want to do
No.
something? Okay.
I will take the dodge action.
Okay. Cool. So you'll be dodging. Cool. Good idea. All right. So in that instance, it would be the Mephit's turn now. It kind of nods as it sees that all of you are holding off, as it has requested, and it kind of stretches its form, and you watch as the ice starts to melt and transform, and it shifts into a tiny little version of a woman that you have seen before. A nice elemental looking woman that you realize is the second form of the Frostmaiden. She glares out over all of you, and then focuses her gaze in specifically on you, Kara.
Are we killing her?
Unfortunately, I gave my word, and I said I wouldn't attack so long as I wasn't attacked in return.
My eyes are attacked by the sight of Auril.
Cease your talk. I can send my troops after you as long as there is snow. So I have no need to assault you in this moment. I only wish one thing. Return my book. Give me the codicil, and all of this ceases. The blizzard ends. The assaults on you.
She just kind of glares over at you still, Kara.
And the frozenness of this region goes away.
Never. It is my land, and it will always be frozen as it is mine. I will say, you have helped, if anything. You have solidified for these people my power, as in my anger I have shown them once again what I'm capable of.
I respectfully decline.
You hear like the crackling of ice as clearly she clenches her frozen fists.
I attempted to be cordial.
I responded politely.
I attempted to give you a chance. Just remember this, for you will not rest as long as my ice and snow can penetrate your veins.
And with that,
Don't have any of
the
those.
form shifts and melts again, and returns to the Mephit. And it's left there looking kind of terrified, because it recognizes the fact that basically a fight is about to start, and it has no real, want to die at this moment. So,
Kara will gesture to the open lake. You can go that way.
the first thing it's going to do, regardless of what direction it wishes to go, is I gotta get the right distance. 1 second.
Self-destruct.
Yeah. I just gotta make this quick. Oh, I think I read that wrong last time. Should be double that. Somewhere around there. It's just gonna poof into a fog cloud. And you guys will lose sight of this one. I will say that makes it a blinded condition for everyone that's in the white circle. And that's what it will do. Alright, I'm going to double check that rate. 20-foot radius. Yeah, okay.
What did he do?
He poofed.
He poofed
made a
into the
fog
fog
cloud.
cloud. The same thing that they did to Pluzak last time.
Yeah.
I will say, though, if you're doing it on that turn, that will be that. Mace, you're up.
Well, that's new.
So you're
Okay.
currently blinded. Thank you, Fred. And it is a heavily obscured area.
Of course, but
So-
yeah, okay. Um. Well, I think my main action is going to be to just untie myself, and I'm going to try to take a step back from the fog cloud since I know where it originated from, anyways. Oh, great.
You and Kara would both see that if
So yeah,
when you
I'll
come out of
just
the.
warn the rest of the party, I guess, that it wasn't the only one.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and since I used my main action to untie myself, I'm just going to remain here for the moment.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. So at this point in the turn order, you would actually, Mace. I need to measure something from you both. 5, 10. Okay. I did you both a disservice. You both also see something else. Kara, you would have noticed this. I actually thought they were about 5 feet outside your range, but you would have noticed this when the Frostmaiden's form dissipated.
Mm-hmm.
The snow and ice from the lake to your west would have begun to kick up and actually form into two massive-looking kind of figures, we'll call them. Um, you can see large enough chunks of ice in these forms that you would believe if someone were caught in them, it would be quite a harmful situation.
Painful.
Right, so the Starforged.
Sort of. It's a very similar creature, but let's say it's not exactly the same. At this point in the turn order as well, 9 of you would see what's going on. But something else is happening, and that will be that for now. And we're back up to Leif. So Leif will have his Echo book it straight south until he's out of the thing fully, at which point Leif himself, I believe it's a bonus action. I gotta find his sheet 1 second. He's gonna teleport to his Echo. I just want to see what he can do. As a bonus action, yes. So he will swap to his Echo. So Leif's Echo is standing in the rope now with its gun, while Leif is standing out here with a greatsword, and he will indeed see another one of these. I'm going to say he's smart enough to know they explode, so instead I'll have him 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 over towards you guys. Switch to his rifle. I guess theoretically that's free enough that he should be able to shoot twice. We'll have him do one at each. I believe ranged attacks, though, are disadvantage in a blizzard. I should have posted that before, right? Yeah. Just so you guys know, because I did find it in between sessions. I couldn't find it during the last session. Blizzards do indeed impose disadvantage on ranged weapon attack rolls. Just be aware.
Okay.
So let's roll that for Leif with disadvantage. 1, 2. So he will miss on both of them. And that should be it for now. Okay, good enough. Alright, so these two things at the lake now are going to start trying to move in on you guys. That's 10, 20, 30 puts it on Mace. And 10, 20, 10, 20, 30 makes it close to Kara, but not quite on her. So Mace. This thing's gonna try and hold you within it. I need you to do a strength saving throw for me. And it's going to swing at Leif with one other thing. Leif will get hit once. Your strength save is more than enough, so you're fine. So, as you struggle against the winds and ice that start to buffet your metal body, you kind of raise your shield and get your head covered enough to know which direction is safe, and are kind of buffeted by these winds and let yourself back out into a safe space. But otherwise, it does force you out of its, out of its actual space. And you don't take any damage right now.
Okay.
So that's that for now. And Kara, the other one is going to swing at you twice.
Okay.
A 21 will hit you. The other attack will not. So it basically just swings one of its icy hands at you, and the force of both the wind and the ice within it actually causes 17 bludgeoning damage to you. It's not quite cold enough to cause true cold damage, so it's just that, and you're good.
Alright, so I don't get my resistance to it.
No, it's just the bludgeoning, yeah.
Okay.
Pluzak, you're up.
The question.
Mhm.
If I cast Fairy Fire, which is an area effect.
Yep.
And they fail the dexterity saving throw, the creature sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
Since this is not like magical darkness, like the
Correct.
spell darkness,
Mm-hmm.
would we be able to see them, or do I have to try it to find out?
Roll Fairy Fire for me. I want to read the spell first before I give a true answer. I would say that logically what you're saying makes sense. If you could hit it, that this is just a fog cloud, so you would technically have light on it if it's lit up. Outlined as well. Okay. Okay. Yes. So here's the thing. It would show up in the cloud, but it would only be a 10-foot radius of dim light.
You'd have to be within 10 feet to see it.
Yes, you would have to be within 10 feet to... If you were within 10 feet of it, I would say you would be able to know its location. I think that's the better way to phrase it. Otherwise, you just see kind of a general direction that the light is in, and I can tell you that, but yeah, I think that'd be fine. Either way, it would at least give you some visual identification. It's just how well it lets you know. And to also clarify, once you're within that 10-foot range, you would, of course, have the advantage, but you're still technically blinded in the heavily obscured area, so it would just be a normal attack.
Yeah, it would just be regular.
Yeah, but it is still
Yeah, so I guess I'll cast Fairy Fire in this location.
Perfect. Okay. So it is a Dex saving throw DC 18 is what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you would definitely see a light glowing. How do I want to do this? I guess I'll just verbalize it. You see a glow kind of still emanating from generally the center area of this fog cloud, or at least the same kind of location that the Mephit last was, as far as you're aware. You don't know if it's moved 5 or 10. You would think at most 5 feet from how the light is glowing, but you can't tell direct location currently.
Okay. Other
This is
people in the
technically in
party
range.
would most likely see it. Leif, Echo Leif, and
Echo Leif can't
Mace.
communicate what it sees. That's my problem.
Oh, okay.
Would you ask Mallow? Because like if Mallow isn't prompted, I don't know if he'd share information with you, right? I don't think he cares about you.
No, I'm not. I'm just making sure that I forgot first that was the Echo one because it makes sense. He's switched places.
Damn, you could actually hit a pretty big fucking area with that.
With what?
20-foot cube.
Mm-hmm.
No. It's not 20-foot cube on me. It's just
No,
a
no, no, no.
20-foot cube.
Yeah. He's just. I think he was just measuring the 20-foot cube and seeing how much it
I
would
didn't
hit.
know where you threw it, so I was just looking to see what a
So
20-foot cube would look like.
I put the cube right here.
Yeah, he put it up near the Mephit.
So that's a 20-foot cube.
Mhm.
Okay. So are we saying cutting the rope or untying ourselves is an action?
Yes. I would say a cut, if you're doing a cut, is an attack per action. So if you have two, you could theoretically use a second one. But if you crit fail, of course, I'm going to make it so you don't cut the rope. But, you know.
Yeah.
You cut your finger.
Yeah, exactly. You cut a
Yeah,
lower
I-
appendage. No.
I guess that's my action, and just so that you're aware, if something does come within 10 feet of me, it will take
Spores.
4 damage.
Absolutely. I'll let you know. Okay. So you untie from the rope. You still have movement and all that?
No, I'm still tied to the rope because you said that takes an action.
Ah, okay. Sorry.
I
Misheard you.
cast Fairy Fire, so that's an action.
Yes. Yes, that's fair. Thank you.
So I'm staying where I am.
Alrighty. It would be Mallow's turn at this point. He would see the glow and be close enough to tell what that thing is. So he'll step forward towards it and just try and swing twice, because it's Mallow, and I feel like that's very Mallow. I think he swings this. Yeah, so 18 will definitely hit. Is that a low roll? Low enough that he'd probably re-roll it, right? Yep, so 8 damage on that one. And one more. Mallow's rolling Mallow still. Okay. Doesn't quite die from that, but I'll have him do an unarmed bonus action to see if he can. That is still enough to hit. 6 more will kill that one. It will explode. But his Blessing of the Morning Lord will absorb that. And put that back up with an X. Okay. The fog cloud is still there, though. Mallow is still tied to the rope. So I will relink that. And at that point, it is Kara's turn.
Okie dokie. Kara is going to hop up and around the group here and get
Mhm.
to the other side.
Okay.
So fly up, flip over, come back down.
Yep.
And I will Giant's Might, so using my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to strike at the, for lack of better words, ice golem to my south.
Okay, go for it.
And where is the button? Just to clarify, is there a chance these are undead creatures or no?
Yeah, I mean, I think you'd have a general assumption that they are not undead by any means.
Okay, so I will not toggle the modifier for extra damage then.
Yep, 20 will certainly hit.
Okay, and then Giant's Might gets attached to that.
So I'm looking at 16.
16 total, yeah.
Awesome. 16 indeed. Okay. So as you kind of strike at it, you notice that it's mostly your blade cutting through,
Oh,
snow
I
and
forgot.
wind,
There's fire damage involved in that. A
that
Giant's
we,
Might
that we need
strike
to
was...
remove, or you're using the fire giant strike?
I'm using it. Yeah, I forgot to mention it was in there. It's attached
Okay.
to that.
Yeah.
So there are... looks like 6
2.
points of fire damage.
2 is what I see. It's the last one in it.
Last one, 2. All right, 2 points of fire damage.
Right. Dueling plus Giant's Might plus, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. It seems to basically be that your blade is melting away at ice and stuff, and it, you think it did some damage, for sure.
Never know. All right, so that was my first attack. And second attack.
Mm-hmm.
8 damage for that one.
Okay. Absolutely. Another good hit. Same thing. Chopping away at what's there. Anything else?
No, I think that's gonna be all for me.
All right. So at this point, the Mephits will go. This one here is going to fly to this point and take and breathe 15-foot cone and make sure that hits both of you. It does. So I need Mace and Leif to do a dexterity saving throw.
Which they have a bonus on because of the aura.
Yep. It shouldn't be on disadvantage, so Leif has a 20. I need a dex saving throw from you, Mace.
Okay.
Yep, so you're also totally fine. That's half damage for 2 of you. And that is half of 7 is 3. So, and ice resistance for neither of you. So 3 damage for both of you. Leif has Morning Lord still, so down to 7. Right, that one goes, and is then going to fly itself around to here, I think. Actually, no, it'll position itself all the way across. Yeah. And then its buddies gonna fly up and appear. Actually, for you, Mace, you would see it pretty much when it crests these trees, I think. But
Okay.
another ice mephit does come in. It can just make it to here, and it can't come any closer, but it's going to also try and frost breath you both, so just another saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Leif.
8.
Alright, so Leif will fail with an 11, right? Yeah, 11 total. You're plus 5 or plus 4? Doesn't matter. Plus 5 still
Got a few
fails.
doubles
so.
today.
Mace, you will only take 1 damage. Leif takes another 3. Put that to there. And one more, as this one will come up towards you, Pluzak. You are still technically heavily obscured from it, though, so I will have it roll at disadvantage, and it's going to try and claw you. It will not. You do have a general sense there's something close to you, though. Not that you can currently see it. And Mace.
Needs to
Okay.
make a con save.
Ah, that's right. Thank you.
DC 17.
Absolutely. Fails. How many damages?
Awesome. Probably 1.
3.
3.
3 whole damages. Alright, Mace.
Yeah. All right. So I think I'll just hit this like giant elemental between us, between Kara and I.
Yep, go for it. Roll one with advantage. That's the one she already swung
Yeah,
at.
advantage. Things. That's why. Okay, once
Mm-hmm.
and
Absolutely
twice.
hits. Both certainly do. Alright, so 15 and 34, right? Yep. Beautiful hit. Definitely hurting it pretty damn good.
And
Anything
that'll
else? Okay. Now. 25, 30 from there. Yeah, so Kara, you would be able to see this. And this one as well. And that would be it for the current. They are all going to try and roll. Alright. One's going to shoot at Kara, one is going to shoot at Mace. Kara, they will miss you on their attempt to attack you.
Okay.
Mace, they will also miss you just barely. You're a 22 AC, Mace?
Yep.
Yeah, so misses you still. And Pluzak, a shot will also come out towards you. This one...
At
this-
disadvantage.
Yes, that is correct. And it definitely misses. But you would see a bolt of icy light does shoot past you, kind of coming generally like this way, sort of thing. Oh, that's on the wrong layer.
Yeah.
Give me 1 sec. Generally that way, like through the fog. I do think that that's something you would still be able to notice because it's at least trying to come, shoot at you, shoot past you. But yeah, so that's the 3 of those turns. Leif's turn again. Leif proper will just switch back to his greatsword and I think swing. We'll do 1 at each. So he'll definitely hit the icy thing between you both for 12 damage. And he will swing at the Mephit. Not advantage. Will certainly hit. Another 12. We'll have him reroll that since he can. Alright.
Alright, his magic number is apparently 12.
Yeah, we don't let me roll for Leif, apparently. Alright, still manages a good hit. And that will be... Actually, he will use a bonus action to... I probably should have done that beforehand. I was going to say resummon his Echo. Yeah, I should have done that beforehand, but it's at least there to flank now. I don't know. Too late now. So Pluzak, you kind of feel the rope go slack between you and him. Definitely more slack there now than before.
You are now tied together with your lover.
Yeah.
Leif has died. He is no longer in the rope.
Okay.
No longer with us.
So let
We
me
will avenge you,
roll something.
Leif. Whoever is
That's a
alive.
4, so that's good. So at this point, again, it is the Ice Thing's turn. This one is going to move into your space, Kara. I need a strength saving throw.
Okay.
It will also try and hurt you with its storm. It does not hurt you with its storm, but we need that strength save.
25.
25 definitely should be fine. It will push you out of its space. I'm actually going to have it move you this way in particular because it knows what's going on. The other one is going to do the same thing and try and encompass these two. So I need Mace and Leif to do strength saving throws. Mace, it will also try and hurt you with its storm. It will also still miss you. I'm rolling a lot lower tonight than I usually do.
That's a 17. I don't have advantage.
It's okay. 17 is still plenty good. Leif will do 12 plus 5, 17 is still good. So Leif is also okay. However, it's going to push Leif down here, and it's going to push you out here to separate you two out. And that is... Oh, we can technically do 2 storm turns. I'll do it next round if it's still alive. That's its turn, because I already clicked it. So Pluzak.
Alright. Um,
All right, I'm using my radiant sword, which means I should be shedding light. Hang on, I had to put light on.
Yeah, go ahead. I will adjust the thing already to...
Give me one
Pluzak
second.
is
Yeah.
going to...
Are you doing one circle or
Wait.
two, Chris?
It's 2.
Go ahead, Fred. Sorry.
With disadvantage, he's going to swing at the creature that attacked him.
Okay.
So
13 is still enough. That will hit.
Nice. Whopping 4 damage.
I mean, you almost max rolled the die on that one.
Yep.
All right.
And
Is that supposed to make you feel
Pluzak.
better?
Yeah.
wait, what did Claw say?
Is
That's supposed to make you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, if you want Leif numbers, Kara numbers, Mace numbers, Mallow numbers, you play those characters. If you want single digit numbers, you play my character. I mean, at least I hit him with disadvantage.
Yeah,
You did? Yeah.
100%.
And then I'm gonna move.
Trying to be camaraderie. Like, yeah, you got high on that one. No, we turned it into a depressing moment. I'm
Here.
not gonna try anymore.
Okay.
And
I'm going to say it will try and hit you as you move away. I don't think it will. Nope. No hit.
I'm gonna have to roll a dexterity saving throw so I don't get hit by my own spell, or no?
I don't think so. I think it just happens, and then everything that was in that area is lit, and then it's kind of done. One action. Oh, it's concentration on a minute. Each object in the cube, any in the area when the spell is cast, is outlined.
Yeah,
is
it's only
also
like the
outlined.
effect only
Yeah,
applies when it starts.
right.
But,
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
he still
Okay.
has to maintain it.
Right. Maintains if you're trying to keep that thing lit. But yeah, the effect is not there anymore, so you would be fine.
Oh,
As far
okay.
as I see.
So that creature's dead anyway.
Yeah.
The light one.
So you
That's
probably
knocked
can
out.
drop the concentration if you want. Your call.
Yeah, I'll drop the C.
All right. So I'll get rid of the square.
And I'll shout out. There's one to the northeast. We need to avenge Leif. And that's my turn.
Awesome. Okay.
I would look down to the south, like, but Leif's still alive.
I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Kara could definitely hear you.
Listen.
Her perception's high enough.
Okay.
I think you might need to do a perception roll. What's your passive perception? If it's above a 15, you can hear her fine.
No, it's 15.
It is a 15? Yeah, so you can hear her fine.
Okay. Okay. He is not in the rope. I'm done.
Just fixing your rope quick. Speaking of rope. Oh. After Pluzak comes Mallow. So Mallow's going to kind of tug at the rope, realize that Leif is gone, realize that he's attached to only you, Pluzak, and very quickly untie himself from the rope and just try and like run in any direction that he can. We'll have him come out of the fog.
Pluzak's like, good news, everyone.
Yeah.
Mallow's dead.
Yeah, we'll have him come out of the fog this way. And seeing as he has flanking, he'll swing for that, I guess. Does he have on the other one? Not so much. Okay.
I come out of the fog. I mean, it's pure defense.
But
Wow.
it's also Mallow, and I feel like he's going to want to fight things, right? So that's 8 on that. And then he'll swing again. Definitely rolling like Mallow. 8 more. And he will turn an unarmed strike. The Mephit, which he'll hit. 5. It's Mallow. He'll reroll that damage. 7. That's this one. So it shatters not quite enough to break, but it's got enough cracks in it that you can all tell it's pretty close to dead. And he is going to try and move it 5 feet away so that it does not explode on him if it does die next turn. And that's about it for Mallow. Kara, you're up.
Alright, first things first, I'm going to use an action to activate Radiant Soul.
Go for it.
And then I'm going to action surge to get my action back.
Okay.
So, going to flip over this creature with flight, get to here,
Alrighty.
and I'm going to strike down at the one I was beating on previously.
Yep.
And
Do I know what sort of warm glow I'm in?
you'd probably recognize the light from Kara's sword.
Yeah, you definitely see it through the fog as well.
Alright, so first attack.
You see what looks like the beam of a lightsaber distantly through the fog, essentially. Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi's here.
Ooh, damn. Okay. 29 damage for that strike.
Okay, hold on a sec. 29. Alright. So at that point, it is enough to kill this one. And I need Mallow, Leif, Mace, and Kara to do a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, so they explode when they die. Okay. Am I close enough to get that +5 bonus? No, I don't think I am. Is it 5 feet out from you or 10 feet out from you?
You're not in his circle enough, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe. It's just I don't consider... Because even if your character was... I guess maybe it is.
What
Is
is
it-
it, 10 feet?
Is it a radius or is it square? Because usually it's the half covered, right?
If I'm not completely covered by it, then we could probably just... Or if I'm not at least half covered by it, we could say I'm not in it.
Yeah.
Just wasn't sure what the distance on it was.
I think it
Anyway.
is 10. It is a 10-foot distant aura. I just don't know how well that, I mean, like, what that actually.
I rolled it without
Well,
advantage.
yep,
Or
so-
without the +5, so it's
Mhm.
19 for me.
I need to do Leif and Mallow.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Dex
Sorry.
save, please, Claw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. Hey.
Okay.
One of the better
So
ones.
Leif is the only one that fails. The rest of you will take half damage. 1, 2. Alright, so it's 11 bludgeoning as it shatters and scatters all of the shards of ice out. So half of that for you guys is 5 damage for Kara, Mace, and Leif. No, Leif failed. Mallow. Kara,
Leif failed.
Mace, and Mallow. So
I would be remiss
5
if I didn't point it
is
out. Mallow
2.
has evasion, and I think if he succeeds on a dex check, he doesn't take
Take
damage.
any damage. You are correct. Thank you. Thank you for keeping track on that. That's absolutely correct. So then he is good. Leif will then take the full 11. So that, and then would have been it. And then right? Yeah. He must have been. Okay, whatever. Okay, so he's good. That one is dead. Anything else, Kara? Yeah, I think you still have
Yeah, I'm
one.
going to bonus action Hunter's Mark the northern giant
Okay.
creature.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use my second attack on that one.
Go for it.
So I'm just going to give myself a mark to signify I am doing the Hunter's Mark. And turn off advantage. Attack.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
And that one is going to take 24 damage.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
do I want to use that or do I want to save that? No, I'll save that. I don't know if I need to use it yet. Okay. That is me.
Sorry, I'm just checking something. Okay. hits are now up. So this one will come over here. Swing at Shadow Leaf. It will not hit. The other one will still go for regular Leaf. It will hit. Okay, finally got something to hit. 6 damage on Leaf. The third will. It does not have its breath. It will try and recharge. It does not. So it's just going to swing at you, Claw, for what it can. 19 will not hit you.
Yay.
Yee. Methods. Mace, you're up.
Well. I want to take the opportunity attack and move over to here.
Alrighty. So let me roll that. Probably won't hit you, but I'll check. Nope, you're good.
Okay, so advantage. Once. Twice.
Mm-hmm.
And... yeah, that'll be it.
Okay, absolutely. 32 total. Beautiful. Okay. At this point, these will continue their assault. This one will actually shamble up to you, Mace. It's going to try and hit you twice with advantage. First one will definitely miss. Can't roll anything for shit today, it looks like, even with advantage. There we go. Finally got one. Still just meets your AC, but something. So, it walks up, slams at you with its frozen hands. You are going to take 9 bludgeoning damage and 17 cold damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna shield that.
Okay, go for it. So it will not take that. So good job. The other one is going to shamble a little bit forward to here. And it's going to shoot one attack at each of you, Kara and Mace. So let's see if it can either hit you.
I'm assuming because it's a wintry creature, it has the ability to see in this blizzard.
Yes. They did on the last one as well.
Yeah, I was
Alright,
wondering if the
it
mist
will-
cloud would help me in regard to that, but
Yeah, it will miss you.
probably not.
It will miss you, Mace. It will hit you, Kara.
Okay.
It is cold
What's my number?
damage, 31 cold damage. So we will have that to just say 15.
Okay.
And then that's that one.
Damage. I gotta roll concentration.
So at this point,
Ooh, just made it. Okay.
Pluzak, you would feel shuffling in the fog cloud near you. And something would definitely start to swing out at you.
Okay.
It is
Constitution check.
physical. Cool, absolutely. 19
These
beats
are
your
the
AC,
coolers
right?
in your area.
Con,
18, I
yeah.
think.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
so it will hit you once. The con check was a crit, so it saves that, but at least it cooked
Oh,
the crit out for you. And then the next swing for the hit missed, so yeah, you didn't get crit because of that. Good job.
Excellent.
Does it take half on the success, or?
Nothing.
So you're going to take 11 bludgeoning and 17 cold, so we will have that to 8.
11 and 8.
Yeah, 11 bludgeoning and then 8
So
cold.
18.
Yeah. Or, yeah, whatever.
19.
Yeah, 19. And then Leif's turn again. Leif will... At this point, I think he's just going to try and kill these mephits, even if they're going to explode.
Could you just imagine them doing a Congo line right now?
I'm going to have him swing with his echo at the back one first. Which will still hit, of course, because it's Leif. 17 on that one is going to be enough to kill it. So that will cause his echo to disappear. But this one is dead and only does that. We will have Leif then swing his own. Greatsword, 23 of course hits. This is of course going to kill this one. It only had 2 HP. He will do a dex save. Is he still in your aura? No, he's not, Mace. That's right. Okay. Doesn't matter. He's good anyway. Half as much damage is that much. Okay. That's Leif. He has killed 2 things, as Leif tends to kill. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He can make it close, so at least try and flank for next turn. It is the wind, or the blizzard. It's its turn. It's going to swing out at you, Kara, but it will then shift after swinging twice at you and try and consume the others.
If it leaves my reach, I'm going to opportunity attack it.
Yep, you can absolutely do so when it does. So it will try 1, missed, 2, missed. So it does not hit you at all, Kara. Feel free to swing your opportunity attack, and it will then... I need a strength saving throw from Mace and Leif.
Question before I make this attack. Is this
That's
technically
fine.
still part of my old turn, so I can't use Giant's Might?
Correct. It's part of the
Okay.
reaction from that same turn. Yeah.
I'll wait till all that's done and
So
then
that's
throw
a
my
20
attack.
though, right, Mace? Or is that already included? No, it's already included. You have the +9. Okay.
All that's done?
You can swing, yeah. Go ahead and swing, Kara. I'll take it into account with what's going on. It's going to move away from you regardless, so you don't have Sentinel,
I just wanted to make sure all your stuff was done before I did that.
No, you're good. I'm going to roll for Mason.
It's going to take 26... God damn it, the Fire Giant Strike was only 1 point of fire damage.
Mhm.
That's upsetting.
Yep, still 26 good damage. So Mace, you are going to be trapped in the blizzard at this point. I
Okay.
need to roll for Leif quick. He's fine, so he's going to get pushed out to here. You are technically grappled within the creature. Until this grapple ends, you are restrained and are unable to breathe. Technically, I don't think you need to breathe, so you're probably the best to have this happen to.
Probably.
You will take damage. Did I give it to you already? I don't think so, right?
No, not yet.
Okay, so 10 bludgeoning damage as the storm continues to assail you within. I will tell you, however, you are not able to escape this by yourself. You need someone to pull you out at this point as the winds take a hold of you. So you can
So I am
still
restrained, yeah?
you still have access to all of your kit and can do everything from inside this creature, but you are stuck in this space until someone frees
Yeah.
you. Took a while to get there, but happened to someone at least, so that's fun. However, that is all it can do. So Pluzak, it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to use my symbiotic entity
Mhm.
and gain 28 temporary hit points,
Okay, absolutely.
as well as doubling the damage of Halo of Spores if I actually hit.
Mhm.
I am then going to cast Sanctuary as a bonus action on myself,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna move.
All right, awesome. Yeah, so I think technically it will still try and swing the opportunity attack, but it still has to try and pass the wisdom save or it loses the reaction. Not like it matters much because it's got no one else to swing at. So wisdom save, DC 18, correct? So that's not going to pass. So it will be stupefied by your sanctuary and unable to do so. So yeah, you're good.
Cool. And that's my turn. Oh, you didn't want to leave the poop trail there?
No. What we're doing is I'm still going to have it, but I want it to actually come from Pluzak. The rope is just going to trail out behind you.
Yeah. Very well.
Keep it accurate. If we're drawing, we got to keep it accurate. All right, so Pluzak, you are done. Mallow's turn. He's going to go to here And then at 10 feet, throw his chain at this Mephit. 1 will actually miss. 2 will hit. 10. And I guess he'll just risk taking some of the damage because he's still in good condition and move forward. And unarmed strike. That will still hit. An 8. I mean, it might as well re-roll because I think it takes the higher. And so he'll do 10 more. This thing is nearly shattered, but still hanging on. And that will be Mallow. Kara, your turn.
Alright. If I try to pull Mace out of the creature, that is my
Yes.
entire turn, correct?
It's your action. So theoretically, you would still have a bonus action and movement and all that. But yes, that would be the case. It would take the action.
Honestly,
Okay.
just beat it up.
Well, if you insist. Kara will get to here, and
Just normal swings, no flanking.
normal swing, because I know I'm not in line with Mates because he's restrained, and I can't go parallel with Mallow or with Leif because that is a tree, I think.
Yeah. Well,
Nope, I am aware.
yeah, let's do it.
And where's my button? Swing.
doesn't
he's
matter much anyway.
fucked.
Go for it.
So 11.
Yeah, you've done more than enough to kill it outright there. So I just need the dex saving throw from Leif, Mace, and Kara.
Am I technically close enough to get your +5 at this point?
Yes, I'll give you the +5
Yes,
on
you
this one.
Okay. So 16 for me.
You and Leif are both going to fail. And dex save from you, Mace.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So Mace will save, so you're fine, half damage. It's only 9 total anyway, bludgeoning, so 9 for Kara and Leif, and we'll call it 4 for you, Claw.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta roll my Constitution saving throw. Okay, I lose Hunter's Mark.
Oh, no, wait, sorry. There we go. Okay, thank you for checking that, Kara. This one is kaput. And you are absolutely free at this point, Mace.
Neat.
Any...
You just see a lightsaber cleave through this thing just
Yeah.
next to your arm.
Yeah, exactly. Anything else, Kara? You're pretty much good, right?
That was my first attack, so I can scoot around to here and go for my second attack.
Alrighty.
And yeah, fuck it, I'll reapply Hunter's Mark as another bonus action to the dude next to me. So turn that back on, and yeah. Oh fuck.
Go for it. Kara's cheating.
Apparently.
Yep.
It's got to give the grits to someone, and Leif's
somebody's
not
gotta.
here, so yeah.
So
Okay.
29 plus
18.
18. 47?
Good hit. Absolutely.
And that's my turn.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. The ice method will go, and it's going to just give as much advantage as it can to the rest of the fight. It actually, I think, has potential to position this. So I think it's going to do that. Let me double check that, though. On a point within range. Yep. Okay. So at this point, this one disappears from sight. The one between you, Kara, and Mace, I'll leave because you guys both pretty much know where it is, and Kara has blind sight.
Yeah.
And then this Mephit would technically also disappear. Mallow
If
has
it's
an
within
idea.
10 feet of me, I know where it is, though.
The Neff hit is not. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Right. The ones that disappeared, you shouldn't have within blind sight range.
Yep.
And
Okay.
then it will try and swing at Mallow. Will not be able to do anything to him though. And it would reach. As soon as it's here, I guess you would see it, and it's going to try and fly its way around to try and flank you, Kara. Mace.
Okay. Well, we know what this one is. Do I still attack at disadvantage though, or?
So it is heavily obscured, which I think is you are technically blinded right now.
Right.
So
Well, I mean, technically it would be normal, right? Because of flanking.
yes, that would be correct.
Right. Okay. So 1 and 2,
Mhm.
and the second one probably won't hit.
The first one certainly does, though. Yes. Okay. That's this guy for 18. Good hit. Okay. Still standing, but certainly harmed.
Okay.
As you would both
that'll
know.
be it.
That's the third crit in a row on an attack.
Yeah,
Just
I
like
guess
his
so.
crit was a 31. You don't see 30s too often.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's really fair, yeah. Alright, so this thing's going to try and swing out at Kara and Mace, the one that's in between you two. It will not manage to hit either of you. The other will shoot at... Actually, no. It's got better off doing this. I'm on the wrong layer. That's why it's not working. Move to there, and it's going to attack the two boys. One on you. Leif will get hit. One on you. I don't know Mallow's AC off the top of my head. Mallow will not get hit. Nope, nope. Okay, Leif, you're going to take that. Okay. And that's it for that one. And then the one near Pluzak. I think it's just going to continue to try and pursue you, Pluzak. So you're going to have something swinging at you again. It will be within 10 feet of you if you have any reactions or anything you want on it.
Yeah, the spores again.
Go
this
for
time.
it.
More
So
potent than ever.
con save is a 15, which I think is a failure.
So we failed. So now double damage. So we're looking at a 2. 9.
9 damage on it. Beauty. Okay.
Wow.
Spores coming in hard. And I'm going to
Rolling
say that,
hard
you know,
tonight.
you hear, it doesn't necessarily cough, but it definitely responds to the spores enough that I will say that you're going to get an idea of where it is in the fog currently. It will hit you with its second attack as well, so you will at least take some. 9 bludgeoning.
It has to make...
That's right. It still has to do Sanctuary. That's a great point. That's a Wisdom save.
Sanctuary, yes, 18.
So it cannot. Never mind then. So it has to either choose to attack someone else or lose it, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So then we will have it turn and try and fire at disadvantage off at Mallow, which will certainly miss. Awesome. Okay. Very well done. That's those things. They're done. Leif's turn again. He will just try and swing out at the thing that swung out at him. So he's blinded. That's where's my disadvantage toggle? There we go. 1 still hits. 2 still hits. And I'm sure he would re-roll the second one. 16 and 15. Very much good strikes. And that will be Leif. Since he can't really see anything, he can't really summon his echo. Both of the ice things are dead. Pluzak.
I'm not casting a spell. And I know it's
there, so I guess I'll go here.
Alrighty.
Poop trail, please. And I'm dodging.
Dodge action. Okay. I'm gonna say it's like way dragging behind you. Alright. Dodge action. So you got two things going on. Sanctuary, you got dodge, very good. Mallow. Mallow will do the same thing as Leif and just try and swing out at the thing that swung out at him. One will fail, two will fail. Unarmed strike will hit. He'll reroll the damage, 8 damage. Still striking at least. Okay. Kara.
I will continue to hit the John Carpenter's thing abomination.
Mm-hmm.
And first attack.
So it's not advantage because you are blinded. Actually, you're not. You have blind sight. Just realized what I was saying. So you're good. Would have still hit either way. I was just gonna say for the second one, but never mind. Go ahead and roll damage.
Are these creatures technically the undead ones? I know one of them is.
Just you can roll with it if you want, and if they are, then they'll take the damage. If they aren't, then they won't. Kinda
Alright, so if it is, +5. If it isn't, -5.
Mhm.
So 29.
Mm-hmm. It's only got 16, so it dies regardless. And these guys don't have anything, right? I don't think so. Oh, I forgot that this doesn't matter. Okay.
It's still standing?
No.
Oh, never
Just
mind.
took me a second
Okay.
to get the X up. You're good.
I will bonus action transfer Hunter's Mark to the Mephit.
Do you have to be able to see, just for future reference, for Hunter's Mark? He's still within blind sight, so that's fine too. I just was wondering anything outside of that range.
I'm double checking. Give
Yeah.
me a moment.
Yeah, just curious for future reference.
You choose a creature you can see within range and mystically mark it as your quarry.
Yeah, so you can see within range.
I
so
yeah,
just
I
so
have
know.
to see the creature.
Yep.
Yes.
So blind sight, just blind fighting or whatever, you're still good. But if it was outside of that,
If
in
it was
circle,
outside of the 10 foot that I
Yeah.
could see, then I would be
Yeah.
unable to do so.
Just-
I'm aware.
it was more just so I know. So I'm
Yep.
not okay. Okay. Go ahead. What are you doing with the second one?
I flying
Fucking it
elbow
up.
drop the Mephit. Nah, I'm just gonna hit the Mephit with that. I'm gonna hit the Mephit with that.
Yep.
Because
23 will still hit. I mean, it's going to die no matter what with damage here, so I just need dex save to see how much damage you take.
29 and dex save is 25.
Yep, so 2 damage. It was 4. 4 halved. Okay.
And Constitution saving throw for Hunter's Mark. Open up spell sheet. Come on, spell sheet, do it.
You planning on moving
Come on.
anywhere?
Momentarily, yes.
Okay.
So I still keep Hunter's Mark. How high up is this fog cloud?
20 feet. 20
Alright,
foot
well,
radius. so-
I will go straight up through the fog cloud and see what else I can see.
Okay.
So
So
I will
once you
just type
breach the
up
fog
20.
cloud, keep in mind you can still only see about 30 feet away because of the blizzard.
That's still better than 10 feet.
Mhm.
So, just type this.
So you're sorry. Are you 20? You just breaching the cloud? Or are you going like 10
I'm
feet
getting
up?
through the fog cloud so that my feet are at fog cloud level, so my head is at 30 feet.
Gotcha. Make my note.
Oh, okay. You already did that. I was typing. Alright,
No,
I'll just
you're
get rid
good.
of mine.
It's easier to just draw it out in my mind. Either or. Okay, so yeah, nothing within 30 feet of you that you would currently see, even with your passive perception. So, or at least nothing that isn't obscured in the fog clouds. Anything else?
Okay. That is everything I can do for the moment.
Alrighty. So Mace.
Okay. Well, Hmm. I do again know where the fog cloud originated from. So all I'm going to do is try to cross it,
Alrighty.
and I'm gonna stop. Well, I don't actually, as a character, would know that this is exactly 30 feet, but I'm
Yeah.
just gonna stop as soon as I'm out of it, which
Right.
happens to be just my speed.
Yep. Totally fine. You will take
Um,
one opportunity attack as you pass through there.
that's okay.
It will not hit, but swipes out at the air past you.
Um, and if I can't see anything outside here, I'll just yell out that they're still in the cloud.
Correct. Yep. So you would not be able to see anything out there. So the rest of the party, you would all, I'd say, hear probably pretty clearly Mace screaming. They're still inside the cloud. So Pluzak, you believe he somehow knows about the thing next to you.
Yeah.
You are right.
Nice.
All right. Anything else, Mace? Stealth
That'll be it.
actions, dodge actions. All right. So it is these things' turns again. I think they're basically going to stick to their MO. Pluzak, I'll say that you can feel that this thing is kind of thinking about the same as you and decides to move kind of in tandem as if trying to cut you off from your party. And it's going to move to there. It will try and hit you twice. Let's see. A 22 will hit you, Pluzak. The other one
Sanctuary.
will miss. Oh, Sanctuary, you're right. I
Sanctuary.
keep forgetting to roll for the Sanctuary first. You're correct. Sanctuary, it will
And
fail, so it will turn and try and use that first attack on someone else. And then I'll roll the second one. What were you going to say for and?
spores.
Yep, okay, so we can do spores. I will have it roll a con. So it still manages to hit Mallow with the ray instead.
Would I be able to say the beam of light he just fired or whatever spell he did to get a rough fix on where he is?
You would see a flash of light to your east. You would not have any idea where I think it comes from, because it's like seeing it through, a heavy fog cloud. So you just see
No,
kind of the glow
I'm
in
not.
that
I'm not
direction.
saying like
Yeah.
I know exactly where it is,
Yeah,
but I
just
can get at least
there's
a fix
something
on
to
it.
the east for sure. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's about it. I need Mallow will take 18 halved because it's cold. 2, 9. Okay. It will roll. Sanctuary again still misses. This will probably miss with disadvantage. Yeah, 12 already doesn't hit, so. Okay. That's that one. The other one will try and swing at Mallow and Mace, or Mallow and Leif again. One on each. Basically the same thing as last time. It manages to hit Leif, but not Mallow. Ooh, okay. Okay. So Leif will take hits, and that will be it for them. Leif's turn. He's going to second wind. I need to go to his sheet. Oof, rough on him. Okay. And we'll attack this thing twice. Still hits. Still hits. Very Leif-like, for sure. Might as well reroll the second one, because he can. 13 and 13. That's that one. Okay. And that will be Leif. Pluzak.
Gonna step in out of one blizzard and into another.
Okay. Absolutely.
Bluzak's gonna let out a big sigh. Is this blizzard ever going to end?
We
Probably
kind of
not until we kill
politely
Auril.
declined that. Yeah.
I hear other voices. Like, what? You're alive!
Yeah.
And I'm gonna proceed to dodge.
Keep dodging. Okay. Very good. Very good. Mallow's up next. He's gonna just swing with disadvantage as he's been doing. Same as Leif. 1, 2, will not. Unarmed, will certainly not. We will let him reroll that slashing because I'm sure he would have. Okay. And Kara.
Well, I will hone in on what I thought I saw and heard. I will move this way.
Yeah, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. If you're moving directly in that straight line, it would be when you are here, so 5, 10, 15 feet, something like that. 5, 10,
Yeah, looks like about.
15, 20 technically, if I'm going from your lead edge. 5, 10, 15, 20, yeah. Regardless, it is about there that you would see the one that's next to Pluzak with your blind sight. And I will actually say, hold on.
Wouldn't I need to descend to even catch it in blindside? I'm
Ah,
30
you're
feet up.
above. You're above. You're correct. I'm sorry. Never mind then. Ignore me. You're still good. Continue your movement as normal.
So
If
I'm
you're
gonna.
30 feet up, actually, yeah, in general, I don't think you would know.
So I will
Okay.
get to here,
Yeah,
and I
okay.
will use my action to try to find people.
Okay.
I'm just assuming roll perception.
Yeah, I don't know if you can even actually see what's in the heavily
I
obscured
don't need to
area,
see
though.
it. I could be listening for it too, like the shuffling of clothing, the crackling of the magical energy those things have. I could
Definitely
be
heard
trying.
my voice.
Yeah, I just am trying to see what extent that would matter right now. I'm just checking something.
I'm not going to be able to attack this turn. It's more just trying to identify
You
the
can.
closest.
Sorry, I should have said you can roll the perception. I'm just trying to determine what I give you. Is the best,
Oh,
the
okay.
best way to say it. Yeah.
A 30.
Okay, so you would be able to see definitely with that a pretty chilly looking glow from somewhere around here and somewhere around here. You would hear your teammates well enough that I would say you could probably tell exactly where Pluzak is because he's pretty close to below you. You can
And
see
smelly.
Mace on the other side of the fog, no problem, and I'd say you could hear Leif. You could probably hear Leif and Mallow pretty good to know roughly where they are.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll say you can see the teammates and you have the rough idea of the circles are roughly where those guys are.
It's a good thing that you're just right in the middle of a fog cleavage.
Yes. Dive into the fog cleavage, Kara. Alright, anything else this turn?
No, I used my action to figure out where they were. Actually, no, there is something I can try to do. Can I try to bonus action move my hunter's mark onto something I can see to just keep track of it?
The only thing you can see right now is Mace.
I can't see Pluzak?
If you dropped down to where the blind sight would see him, I'd say yes, but currently if you're still 30 feet up, as far as I'm aware, you are.
Then I can descend 10 feet because I would have a flying speed of 40 with Radiant Soul right now. So I can go down 10. That puts me at 20. I
So,
probably still can't see anything yet, but
20, yeah, if you were at 15, I'd say you'd be able to see him, but you
all
can't.
right.
Can't
That's
quite yet,
I'll
yeah.
end there for now, and
Yeah.
that's what I'll do.
Absolutely.
This is what I got.
Absolutely. Mace.
Okay. Well, if Kara is able to see me, can I see her?
Yes, so you would have seen her hovering above the fog cloud, and she descended enough now that you might not be able to see her fully, but you definitely know exactly where she is from where she was a second ago.
Right. So
Wings are
I'm gonna,
popping up through the fog occasionally.
Right, yeah, kind of, exactly.
I'm gonna try to get over to here, just outside the rightmost cloud.
Yeah, you'd have line of sight enough on, like, partial amounts of Kara to know exactly where she is at minimum.
And I guess I'd ask her if she
You wanna build
knew
a
where the
snowman?
enemy or remaining enemies were.
So that's you, Chris.
Sorry, my microphone fuzzed. Can you repeat that?
Just asking if Kara knows the location of remaining enemies.
Not definitively. I know that they're in these mist clouds.
I'm trying not to be sassy here. Yeah, okay.
They're between the
Uh,
peaks.
all right. What do we do here? I think I will.
No, I am radiating sunlight right now, so it should be funny to see how that's
That's
doing to
okay. I
things.
can only see Kara, right?
Yes.
Oh, well, this is interesting. Okay, sure. Let's do this. I'm going to cast Bless,
Hmm.
and as it turns out, it doesn't require me to see anyone. So I'll cast it
Concentration
on
up
the
to
three
three of your
closest
choice
allies to
within
me
range.
because I don't know who is who.
Sure. Within 30 feet, the three closest would be, I think, Mallow, Pluzak, and Kara. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Alright, so
I'll do that, and
Um.
that'll be my turn, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what to use for Bless now because I've already used something else for Pluzak's other thing. We'll use this one. This one.
I was gonna put concentration on there too, but
You can. It's not a problem.
you gotta hit me first.
Oof. Oof. Now there's a rough statement. Dude's got some fighting words he's spitting tonight. Alright.
Yeah, you're basically gonna have to crit me.
So at this point, it's that one's turn. So it will go like this and like this. Mallow. He probably gets an opportunity attack. It's Mallow. He would swing it. Still disadvantage. Still hits anyway, because it's Mallow. 8 damage. Actually, I might have already rolled that for him, but... So, he's actually going to save any potential of this thing getting to attack Kara and Leif. So, good job, Mallow. And then the other one... Yeah, I think it's still going to try and attack you, Pluzak, just because that's what it's been trying to do. So we'll do the wisdom saves. It will fail the first one. So we are going to try and hit Kara with the attack to save it. A 19 plus 5 will hit Kara. That is 13 bludgeoning damage, Kara, and 22 cold, which we will have to 11. So 24 total.
24.
And then
Alright, that one was a hit. Damn.
it will also try and use its second attack on Pluzak. That's an 18 on die, so I'm pretty sure that meets, right? Right on die alone?
Oh, 18 beats.
Yeah, okay. So,
But I'm dodging.
correct. So at this point, it has the attempt to try and hit you, but it still has to swing through the
sorry.
dodge, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So it will still try and do that. It will not quite manage. One of the die would have, but the other one is lower. So, Pluzak's still good.
I've also lost the hunter's mark.
Okay, thank you for checking that.
I didn't put it on anything yet, but I lost the spell focus for it.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, Kara, what's your total AC?
18.
18 on die still would have been fine. Okay. I rolled you the wrong damage. I'm going to re-roll your damage. Put the 24
Let
health
me
back.
add 24 back, and then
Yeah.
you can tell me what the number is.
It would have been 23 total, but it's all cold, so it's halved, so you only take 11 this time.
Okay.
So 11 instead of the 24. My bad.
Let me re-roll my Constitution saving throw. I might be able to save that.
Yeah. I mean, what was your number? If it's this, if you...
I saved that.
Well, no, what was the original con save number? You just used that one.
The original was a 14, so I guess that would have worked either way.
Yep, so you would have been fine. Yeah. Alrighty. Very good. So it will only be able to manage that. Leif's turn. I'm going to have Leif... Leif's going to call out to the group and just say he's not feeling that great. and he's going to ask for someone to call out to him that's not in the fog, so he knows which direction to go. Would anyone be willing to respond to him?
Mace, you're the only one that's not dipped in fog, so you probably
He's
be the
gonna
best
call out
bet.
and say what?
He's going to ask if anyone can yell out to him who's not in the fog, so he can head their direction to try and get out of it.
Ah, yeah. So I'll just beckon him and say, this way.
Yeah.
You know.
So upon hearing you, he's just going to use all of his movement to exit the cloud, and he will thank you for the assistance. You would notice at this point that Leif is actually quite heavily beat up. He's bleeding from his head and looks like he's basically about to keel over. So just a heads up on that. I think at that point he's just going to bow out for low health. Pluzak, your turn.
Unless he dies while he's not here.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we surprise him as a wedding gift with a new character sheet.
Well, especially if it was dying to these guys, because he doesn't even straight up die.
Does he get turned?
Any creature killed by the walker freezes for 9 days.
Oh.
Yeah, you
I
guys
mean,
don't know that
we'll
yet.
thaw him out, you know, like a turkey.
Am I out of the blizzard to see anything?
I will say that you
As I
can.
heard
You definitely
Mace
can
call
tell Mace and Leif are near you. Yeah, I'll say anything. Yeah, anything that's not in the fogs right now you can see, but you know, fog is still blind.
And
When Sanctuary breaks, does it disappear for good?
doesn't say that.
Sanctuary?
Yeah, Sanctuary.
The impression that once Sanctuary
Lasts for a
you
minute.
attacked, Sanctuary ended, so that
Yeah.
if you didn't attack, it stayed in place. But it's been a while since I used it, so I will look it up.
You
Yeah, it
wanna-
says
I went
if
back
the
up to
warded
it.
creature makes an attack, cast a spell that affects an enemy or deals damage to another creature, this ends spell.
Oh, there's also a new version of it. What's the new version of it?
Oh, I don't see the thing about doing damage to an enemy, Fred. But because that might mean your spores, but I don't see that in the little
Oh.
board. So I don't know if you're looking at like the 2024 rule set for it, and maybe it's different. Because Sanctuary is not. It doesn't say that on the one in the chat log. So until the spell ends, it ends in a minute.
Yeah. This is from the
If
player's
you don't
handbook
end it, I don't
2014.
see any reason for it to end. So
He hasn't broken any of the conditions
Right.
to end the spell, so
yeah,
the
again,
spell
I
is
think
still
the
in
only thing
effect.
might have been his spores, but I don't read it that way on the
One
one that's
one
in game.
spores I
So
did, yeah.
I think you're good. Yeah. So it would. The only reason I ask is when
But
you
is
moved
it
away.
just not copied?
I would have had it roll for you when the opportunity when you moved away is all. I'm just trying to figure out what I need to do for that.
That's funny. Yeah, it's not there from. It's on D&D Beyond, but it's not there right from.
Right, which is why I
Roll
wonder if
20.
it's like a 2024 change that they just did.
I can check. Hold on.
Yeah. Regardless,
The
it's gonna it
2020
it would have rolled an 18 on the wisdom check, and then it rolls disadvantage in the fog.
So Sanctuary, I only see the
No
2024 version,
Yeah.
and 2024 says
Yeah. So
until
this
the
is
spell ends. The creature with
oh
targets a
disadvantage from the
creature with an
dodge. That's why.
attack roll.
Okay. I knew I was doing it for a reason. Okay.
It isn't concentration.
No, it's not no, it's not concentration. From what I was seeing, it just lasts for a minute. Yeah. Okay. So you're completely scot free, Pluzak. Once you get there, what are you thinking?
I see a dying Leife,
Mm-hmm.
and I sigh because I internally wish it was Mallow. And I will cure wounds at 5th level.
Oh, okay. So give me them rolls.
Where is cure wounds? Here. Level 5. Submit.
So that looks like 30 total.
Yes.
Awesome. Very nice.
which was actually a little above average.
Very, very nice. Okay. So that helps him quite a bit. You watch a lot of the color return to his face, and a lot of the bleeding stops. Most of his severe wounds at least close enough to not be as life-threatening anymore. And Leif definitely thanks you. He offers to give you a fish later if you need.
Get
Uh.
back in the fight.
He just grins, his half-orky grin, and redoubles his grip on his greatsword as he looks into the fog cloud, ready to go. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay.
Interesting.
At this point, Mallow will also will move towards Mace's voice, and he'll pop out of the fog cloud here and be really disappointed to see that he is once again next to Bluzak. But he will otherwise ask if anyone here has any idea where the enemy currently resides.
North.
North, okay. So he came from here, so 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is more than enough. He's going to just run straight north past Bluzak to get close to Kara. He doesn't have blind fighting or anything, but I'm going to say he's close enough to recognize those things here, and we will let him swing with disadvantage. 1 will miss, 2 will hit. 9, what's that roll? Would he re-roll that? A 5, I think he wouldn't re-roll. 9 damage. And then he will unarmed again, which will still plenty hit for 8 more. I guess he might as well. Yeah, 9. Okay. Mallow has come to help Kara. After that, it is you. Go right ahead, Kara. Oh, and actually, I forgot to do this.
Alright, or me?
Yes, you're still good. I just forgot that I need to do this. We're good.
I descend.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So straight to the ground, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's 20 feet down. I still have 20 feet I can move. I will see creature and mallow. I will move to here,
Okay.
and I strike.
Mm-hmm. So just normal. No, never mind. I keep forgetting
Oh,
with the blind sight.
That's
You're
the
good.
3 from Bless. Bless is still active, right?
Yeah. So go
Okay.
ahead. Just swing some damage for me.
And come on, hit the button. 34 for the first attack,
Mm-hmm.
and second attack. I'm the only person that can roll the same number with advantage. Fucking
Still hits either way.
yeah, I'm just commenting. 30 damage for the second attack.
Can't giant smite twice, right?
I turned giants. Ooh, you're
You
right.
did not.
I did not turn that off. I misclicked. My mistake. The giant's
9,
might
2, and
was
2.
the highest. No,
Yeah.
it was a 2. Okay, so
No,
2
no.
out of that.
No. The giant smite. Oh, was it just a 2? Oh god, now I'm losing track.
Giant's might was the last number in the sequence, so it was the 2.
Okay.
So instead of a 30, it is a 28.
Yep. No, I know. I'm just making sure I'm doing my math right. Okay. Mace, it is your turn. Sorry, Kara. Any movement or anything?
No, that I know what I did. I turned off Sunblade and turned on Giants. I'm a fucking idiot. All right, that's what happened there.
That's right. So yeah, if no movement,
yeah, that's me.
then Mace, you're up.
Okay. So they said north, so I'm gonna go directly north until I either stumble upon something or go through the cloud.
Yeah. So you would definitely eventually bump into it. It would still be disadvantage rolls for you.
That's fine.
No flanking and all that, but you definitely know where he is.
I'm going to yell to my north.
Mhm.
But beyond that, I'm just gonna attack. Disadvantage. Once and twice.
Yep, still hits plenty, and that will be enough to kill it for sure. So this one will die. Very well done. So, you feel it crumple underneath Chance, but otherwise you are still left standing in a fog cloud blind.
Mm-hmm. Huh. So, I'm going to move over to here with the rest of my movement. And can I do like a perception check to hear maybe the creaking of the ice or like the flapping of its wings?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, go
Okay.
for it.
Is that a normal roll or?
Perception roll. It'd be perception with. Is it disadvantage still on sound? I'm gonna look that up quick. I have blizzards right here, so just give me 1 sec. Hearing. Yes, so it's still disadvantage on that check.
Okay.
Probably should have done that with Kara as well, but that's right.
Perception. I mean, it's worth a try.
So
yeah.
with a 5,
Can't
you
hear anything.
can't really tell much, especially because there's a the blizzards. The sound of the blizzard essentially is like what you're looking for in terms of like the snow and ice crackling and things like that. So there's nothing that really stands out to you.
Yeah, good. That's fine.
Okay. Awesome. So then let's do this. Leif is going to charge into the north because he was told to get back in there. And he's going to stumble across the corpse over in here, and he's basically just going to ask to the void without knowing who's where. Wait, hold on. Is it dead? Did we kill it? Is the soup
One's
bad?
dead. Don't know if there's another.
Where's the bad soup? And he'll just stop there for now. Pluzak.
Kara would reply, last I sensed its presence, it was southwest.
So Pluzak, you are up.
Do I hear Kara? I
Mhm.
guess.
Yeah, everybody will hear each other. You're all close enough that hearing is only limited outside of 100 feet. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, sight is
so
30, hearing is 100.
I guess I see the trees to my south, so I'm just gonna go west.
Okay.
I run into a tree.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you'd kind of. I'm assuming that you're not like straight booking it, so you probably feel it at some point, right? Oh no, that's the wrong color.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This is 30 feet, so I didn't run into anything else, I'm assuming.
Correct.
Then I'll dodge where I am.
I love the trail that's being left.
And just so we're aware, I looked up both spells, Sanctuary 24 and 14,
Mm-hmm.
and both at the end of them say, or deal damage.
Okay, so we'll need to know that for the future reference, but in this instance, it is what it is.
Yeah, on Roll20 it doesn't, which is weird.
Yeah, that's okay. It's good to know. Thank you. All right. So anything else, Pluzak?
That's it.
Okay. So at this time, Mallow was told to go north, right? So I guess since that one died and he said he heard north, he's just going to keep running north until he's outside of the clouds. And at this point, Mallow would be able to see. Doing the wrong buttons, so I'll just do it this way. That there is out on the ice one last method just floating, and he will call out to the team that there's one more left over the lake. But otherwise, I'm going to have him stop there. Kara, it's your turn.
I have been given a direction and a purpose. I shall fly out.
So, as you fly towards this thing, hold on 1 sec. You would notice that it begins to do the same kind of metamorphosis as you've seen before. This was the held action that it's been holding on to. The form of the Frostmaiden kind of comes in again on this thing, and it basically says to you,
I hope you enjoy how you feel now, for you will not rest as long as you are within the grasps of my blizzard.
I rolled to interrupt.
yeah, you can attack it still. I'm not stopping your turn from happening. It's just this happened on your turn when you came out of the fog. So
Okay. Make sure I turn off advantage because I no longer have it. And swing.
okay, that definitely hits. So go ahead.
Giant's Might. And 25 damage.
Yep. So that's more than enough to outright shatter the form of this thing. It breaks into 1,000,000
And
shards. It still is a ice method technically, so I do need a dex save.
Yep. As Kara is cutting it in half, I'll roll the save in a second. It's just like, I'd have been more cordial if you didn't involve everyone in the realm.
You don't receive any response. I mean, it's
Not expecting a response. I'm just doing it anyway.
so an 11 is enough, but half damage of half damage leaves you with 1. So.
Okay.
All right. So with that, combat has officially ended now, and that threat will linger heavy in the air. I will let you guys decide. You were considering looking for a long rest at this point. Do you want to try and do long rest rolls now, or do you want to manage that with the rest of the party next time you guys come in?
I mean, Leif's half dead, and Mallow's at whatever Mallow's condition is. I feel like it would be fair to them to come back in with fully rested characters. That's my 2
Right.
cents on the matter.
So you want to try and do that now?
Yeah, I'm open to opinion.
I feel I cannot offer it. Leif would at least tell you that he's about half health, a little less. Mallow would tell you he didn't get roughed up too bad, but he
Was
does
muted.
not have the blessing.
How far
So-
did we travel?
You have already traveled about 7 miles. You could theoretically travel more. It's about 14 hours you've traveled. Realistically, you can travel a total of 16, so you can get another mile down the road or down the lake. I can put you
Well,
back on the map if you would
I
like.
would definitely move from the spot we're in because she would know that we were here. Exactly.
Okay.
Right? So if we travel at least a mile away, we'd be a mile off,
Here, I will
which
do
could
this.
potentially be the ability to rest
Okay.
all
So,
night.
so you are currently at. Let me go back to my orange. Your encounter was basically at the lake. So if you guys choose to go further, I'm going to switch to purple for where you currently are. Another mile would put you, basically anywhere.
I mean, if that's the case, if it's another mile,
Yeah, I mean,
that gets us to about here.
I think that might be even a little far, honestly. Let's see. I'm sure that we can just do this, right? So,
So I can. Where's the
Alt.
a
So
mile?
it's about
is
1.5 feet.
1.5 ish. Okay.
Keep forgetting to. There we go.
So 1.5
Not too far, but still some distance.
there.
Yeah, so you measure any 1.5 you want to just go continue up on that shore, essentially.
The shore is the landmark that will get us to Easthaven. So
Okay, awesome. So then we will just pop you a little circle here. So I will need group survival check. This is of course to determine how well you find shelter, to see if you can make it through the night, and all that. So Mallow
I'm
and
ready for the third
Can-
0 of the night.
Leif.
Can I guidance myself before this?
Yeah, that's fine. So it'd been a 14 and a 15 because they would not have had disadvantage. Kara's at a 13.
I would
Pluzak.
not have disadvantage.
Nope, you'd be fine at 22.
Plus guidance.
so
Yes,
13,
go ahead and
14,
roll
15, 22, and 6. I think we do okay.
23.
So yeah, you guys definitely managed to find yourself some pretty decent shelter, or even dig out a bit of an ice, like what is it, a snow cave or whatever it's called. I'm going to do it this way for brevity. I think normally I would have actually done this as the encounter. Who do you think of the three of you would have on first watch?
With Kara having dark vision and the best perception, I would probably have her at what's the worst time to be up.
Yeah, it's
I
up to
can
you guys to
probably do
decide.
the first
I would
initial
be
part
morning.
Pluzak still asked, okay.
because I don't take that long, right? So I can just support the second half of the watch, so to speak.
Okay. Second half of the watch for Mace, you said?
No, so like I'd start at the very beginning.
Okay, cool. So then give me a perception check. Disadvantage, please, because you're in the blizzard.
Yeah. There it is. Okay.
Okay, so with a 14, you'd be able to see this. What you do about it is ultimately your choice. I'll let you have an action. But you would notice that out of the blizzard flies an ice mephit. It seems to beeline directly for your sleeping companions.
Well, the blizzard's still going on, right? Which means
Yep.
ranged attacks are a disadvantage. Is there anyone in particular that it's like
Kara.
gunning for?
Kara.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess if I can, I'd use all my movement.
Yep. You can get right up next to her, no problem. We're not going to make it too difficult.
Yeah. So I'll get to her,
Mhm.
and unless the method stops for whatever reason, I'm just going to strike it as it gets into my range.
Yep. So go ahead and just roll me an attack. Normal. I'll even let you have normal roll. It's fine right now.
Okay.
Because what you're going to determine here. Yep. So you'd still hit it. It's not quite enough to kill it outright. Do you want to try and strike again? I'm still giving you your full action and all that. So. Yep. Okay. So with that, it is enough to shatter it. It explodes into pieces. Kara, I need a disadvantage dex saving throw from you. Mace, I need a dex saving throw from you.
Don't forget you have my plus.
Yes, it would be the
Yeah,
+5 still
so-
on either regard. Yep.
17.
Yep. Okay. And Mace from you.
Dex save, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So Mace fails. It's 6 damage for you. Kara, you pass, so it's half damage, and it is. Oh, this is slashing actually, so you wouldn't have it again. So 3 damage for you.
Okay.
But it does awake you with damage in the middle of the night. Kara, once you awake, please give me a perception check to see what's going on around you.
Also with disadvantage, I'm assuming?
Yes. Yeah, it's still in the blizzard, so yeah. Still a great perception check.
Fucking...
You hear the sound of plenty of icy wings in the blizzard outside of your little home.
Oh, so we're going to play that game, are we?
Yeah, sorry I couldn't prevent it all the way. But at least it didn't really
No,
reach the
we're
rest.
surrounded.
Not much else we can do about it. Can't we have to let everyone get the rest, else well, everyone still runs the risk of exhaustion. And
It might be
that's
worth the
essentially
risk
how
if we
winter
just
gets.
make a straight run to the city.
I think that's wise. I'll follow your lead. I'm not used to having to deal with weather conditions that bother me.
Well, either someone doesn't sleep and they continue to defend us through the night, and if that person gets overwhelmed, we're screwed. Or we tough it out and get to the city. And rest in the city where there's many eyes watching many directions. Or, if we're really feeling like we want to be inventive, I can just stay up all night, you guys can kill me and revive me in the morning.
You know,
You hate to hear it.
It is a solution, though.
only recently have I become appreciative of, well, I guess, fleshy people's or fleshy creatures' lives. And while I understand that your situation allows you to kind of circumvent their issues, I still hope you're not treating your life like some used napkin.
How many times have I died in combat?
Well, that's different though. Combat is inevitable at this stage.
Also,
That, on the other hand,
that's a good question, though. How many times have you guys seen it? Sorry, that actually threw me off a little.
The answer to that question is twice.
I was thinking 3.
No, because they didn't actually let me die during the fight with Auril, so I
you're right.
never actually
Okay.
had that happen.
Yeah.
So the initial revival when this became apparent and when Rhoda and Ear demonstrated it, those are the only times it's actually happened.
Yep. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I couldn't remember.
But back in the moment,
Yeah.
I don't go out of my way to abuse that. but if I'm going to take one for the team, it's worthwhile to me.
Well, your sisters did say we were supposed to be able to do exactly what you're suggesting on demand.
No, Rhoda said act more like the people that she expects you to be. Take it with a grain of salt.
Well, she did explicitly say that if you were ever in a position where you were incapacitated in combat, we were to kill you and resurrect you.
We're not incapacitated right now, are we?
No, I'm merely saying it's something that we're supposed to be able to do.
I'm not
This
asking you
might
to be
just serve
comfortable with
us.
it.
I get it. And listen, I'm not generally the sentimental type. But all I'm saying is that while right now I might not be the most prepared to do something like that, this
mean-
might just be good practice.
Mm.
Assuming that is what you want, of course.
I mean, I don't relish the idea of dying and coming back to life multiple times, but I know it's something that can be done.
Am I awake?
Or you haven't really been woken up yet, right? So
Okay. Yeah. Alright.
yeah, if they say something to you, I mean, I guess passive perception of 15.
This-
Are you
this
guys
would
trying to be
actually
quiet?
be-
I don't know.
I'm not being quiet about it, so if
No.
Yeah,
anyone
I
else
would
hears
say
it, they hear it.
You probably would hear it, Pluzak, with a 15 passive perception. It's at least enough that you know people are talking and are awake. I think Leif and Mallow have lower numbers. I don't know. Leif's a 14.
We are surrounded. Someone will need to maintain a constant vigil. They could move in at any time. If you guys need to rest, you will need to rest. I'm the only one that can recover from that without too much of an issue.
Wouldn't couldn't couldn't we just sleep in pairs? So 3 of us sleep, 3 of us fight, and then switch. I guess that really wouldn't work. Because we wouldn't be able to travel. We don't have cart. We don't have the dog sleds anymore.
And this is where we find out that Mace has been a transformer all along.
Or Kara can just whistle into the
Robot
wind and
in
summon the
disguise.
wildlife.
Fucking turns out that the modifications you made with copper went a lot deeper than we thought.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is where having a wizard in the party would have really helped us with fireballs and fire spells and portal and teleports, and we should have paid attention more in the other in Cobra Kai's world and getting those arrays set up so we can just teleport from town to
Yeah,
town
man.
to
Imagine if you
town.
had CN and those tiny hut bolts right now.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
man.
Ugh.
Anyway, since that solution is not currently available, I will ask this. I'm not going to have you do anything this session, so I will just say discuss between now and next session if you guys want to try and stay here and fight it out, or if you want to just go through the night like was suggested. I'll let you decide that with the party, next time when we come in, essentially. But
Okay.
But that is the situation that you find yourselves in at this point.
So we ended in early then?
Yeah, we'll end a bit early at this point, especially since the other two aren't here.
That's fair.
And I feel like this is probably this will be a fun little encounter because either you're running away from an army of mephits or you're trying to fight them off while people rest, right? So in either way, I think that'll be kind of interesting, and I would love for everyone's kind of input and skill set and all that. So
I mean, forget the arrays. Why the fuck did we not get a tiny hut, like a portable thing?
hey, that was up to you guys. I gave you plenty of time to go back for
Yeah,
that if you wanted.
I know. Look, I think as a character, I would not have thought about that because even though I'm aware of the spell because we've seen Cian use it,
Mm-hmm.
I guess it just wouldn't have been a survival thing for me. He's not used to having to deal with nuisances like the weather or small creatures that are trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Kara was literally too relaxed to even think about that while there. She was enjoying warmth, sunlight, and bare feet.
Honestly, something of a luxury that none of us have really experienced. Well, Mace wouldn't even have known it until then. So
Yeah, it's like that was a vacation for her. She wasn't thinking about anything else at that point in time.
It wouldn't be a vacation without a reality-altering or a reality-ending drummer, right?
I just
Oh, yeah.
dropped XP in chat for you guys, and
Thank
I
you.
will add it to Leif and Mallow for them.
Once we reach 10, that's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I can
Yeah.
finally engage in unlimited melee combat and have a definite advantage.
Unlimited melee combat.
Well,
Isn't that what you can
that's
do right
essentially when I get Spirit Guardians, right?
now? Gotcha.
And with the way I've set up Mace, what I wanted to do was, since I created the character, was to just have Spirit Guardians running, have advantage on Constitution saves to maintain it should I get damaged, which is already not as likely as it normally would be.
Mm-hmm.
And then if something tries to run away or get away from my range, I'll just lightning lure him.
Mm-hmm. Keep pulling it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, only because I brought it up as the character, I'm honestly in favor of just having Kara stay awake while other people rest, and maybe they can still have someone come in to watch with her. But yeah, no, she can get rid of any status problems if you just kill her and res her in the morning.
No, absolutely. That is 100% the most practical solution for this issue. But I mean, again, as Maze,
Can Pluzak do it?
What,
oh
kill her?
my.
Yeah, that's what you wanted, right?
I think I see where your brain is going on this, and I'm now hesitant to indulge Fred the player in this regard.
What?
I don't want to be fungal zombie Kara.
Oh, come on! You'd never die. You're a zombie.
That's actually a great question. What happens if she gets zombified
Zombie Kara.
before she gets rest? Can she get rest afterwards?
Who knows?
If she's zombified during the death,
How about all
Yeah.
characters? I just zombify the entire party.
So stuff like Dance Macabre or any of the other zombie spells. Because that's technically just a dead body at that point, right? Does the body get transformed and it's no longer useful, or?
It's under my control.
Well, yeah, I meant ask Hera.
it would likely be a scenario more aligned with the you sent me that class that's the dead person claw, you know what I'm talking about?
Revenant, yeah.
Yeah, that's most likely. Actually, I need to pull that back up. I need that note up somewhere.
That'd be interesting. Let's mention that
Did I?
Pluzak would really
save
be
that?
fucking with the gods with that one, so
I did.
that might be interesting.
Who knows? I don't know how that would turn out if we did that.
We might fuck up our only trump card in this entire thing.
Yeah, that's up to you guys.
On the other hand, part of me is very curious what would happen if Chance were to eat all of Kara's magic items.
Oh god.
Oh, that's the last time I try to be self-sacrificing for the party. Everyone's just like, let's experiment with the corpse. You guys are worse than the Hex. He just wanted to fuck me.
Was that what was
I mean,
implied?
you
'Cause I
would still
thought
be
he just-
alive, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought he
if
was,
I'm
like,
alive,
killing
then I
you.
come back to life.
Yeah, we're
Problem
not
is,
letting
when does
Pluzak near
when
your
does the
corpse.
fungal infestation take place, and when does your rebirth as Kara take place?
So
Well,
it
have you
was
seen Venom?
described to me as any sort of magic that revitalized the body effectively revived Kara. So interpretations are up to Rick on what counts as revitalization.
Honestly, that's actually a great that's a great point.
But you
Cause
could technically come back as zombie Kara then.
But the interpretation I was led to believe is any healing energy of any kind, whether necrotic or radiant,
It's not
is a
healing,
jump start,
though.
though.
Yeah,
You're
it is. It's a definite gray area. I would tell you that no matter what occurs, Kara would still have control of her character. That's kind of the thing of, she definitely has the ability to have her soul return to the body once it is raised in one way or another. Mechanically, it's more that when she is healed in that state, essentially the body acts as a focal point for her god's power, and then like it's supplanted through the magic that's being cast. So
I believe we've talked
theoretically,
about it in the past, but
I
what
think
happens if the
by
body is completely destroyed?
yeah, so it depends on where basically if you have like her hand and cast the spell on that, then she would essentially regrow from that point. If it is
Right,
completely
but I meant like
atomized
weekly
down,
later.
if I
then
get
she's
hit
done.
with disintegration,
Yeah, then that would be done.
that
I mean,
goodbye, Kara.
right, it is still possible for her to die. She just has a much higher level of immortality than most, or mortality, I guess, whatever. Lesser mortality.
So exploding zombies
I would say
with Kara, not a good
the
thing.
zombie question going to that, it would basically pose the matter of if the whole point is that her soul can return to the body when the body is back up and moving, realistically, as soon as it becomes a zombie, she would just return to that body. But I would assume that to be a much weaker state, considering it's zombified at that point. It's not actually been healed correctly, like
So
through the power. So
my question, I guess,
yeah.
for the sake of semantics, would be when you zombify a body, is it just like puppeteering it, or do you like revitalize it in some regard?
I mean, technically, it's just puppeteering it, as far as I'm aware, because it
It only
turns
lasts for an hour.
well, and it turns into a zombie. You have to use the zombie stat block. It doesn't matter what that creature was before the death, right, Fred? Am I remembering
Right,
that
yeah.
wrong?
Yeah.
Correct.
So if it always ends up the same creature to me, then it's not being revitalized per se. It's just a shambling corpse that always has like the same attachment to life or whatever before it keels over again or something to that extent. Again, it's a gray area for sure.